You know that friend who always cancels plans? The one who's sick again, tired again. Maybe next time. Yeah, that friend isn't avoiding you. They're protecting something. If you're someone who genuinely gets more excited about a Friday night in pajamas than a Friday night out, you're not alone, and you're about to feel very understood. Because today we're looking at the psychology of people who love staying at home, the ones society calls boring, but science describes very differently. Here's the thing. Extroverts recharge by being around people. Their energy comes from noise, movement, conversations, chaos. But introverts and people who prefer solitude recharge in stillness. Every social interaction, even a fun one, slowly drains their battery, and home becomes the only charger that actually works. Psychologists explain this through something called optimal arousal theory. Some people need a lot of stimulation to feel good. Others function best with very little. So when someone prefers staying home, it's not laziness. It's simply how their nervous system is wired. But there's more to it than just introversion. Many people love staying home because their environment gives them something the outside world rarely does: control. Out there, everything is unpredictable. Loud strangers, last-minute changes, small talk with people who don't really care about your answer. But at home, you control the lighting, the noise, the atmosphere. For people with anxiety or high sensitivity, that control isn't just comfort, it's mental safety. Here's something interesting. Studies show that people who enjoy solitude often become more creative, more introspective, and better problem solvers. Because real thinking rarely happens in noise. It happens in quiet moments. Not in a crowded bar, but in a quiet room with a book, a thought, or a late-night idea that suddenly makes sense. And let's be honest, society romanticizes being out there. The influencers, the party photos, the live your best life culture. But what if your best life is quieter? A documentary, some soup, and zero obligations. That's not sad. That's self-awareness. Now, some people stay home for a different reason. Social anxiety, past rejection, or depression that quietly whispers, what's the point? For them, home becomes both a refuge and a cage. So there's an important question to ask yourself. Do you stay home because it fills you up? Or because leaving feels too heavy? Because one is peace, the other is hiding. But for people who truly love solitude, they're not missing out. They're simply experiencing life differently. They notice small rituals, others rush past. The morning coffee routine, the favorite corner of the couch, the quiet moment when sunlight fills the room at sunset. Psychologists call this low stimulation preference. These people don't need the world to constantly entertain them. Their inner world is already rich enough. So if you're someone who turns down invitations without guilt, who feels genuinely happy on a quiet Saturday, who'd rather re-watch your comfort show than chase constant excitement, you're not broken. You're simply wired for depth over noise, for peace over performance. So tell me honestly, do you prefer staying home, or do you think we're all just making excuses?